that I really wanted to get back into the civil rights movement, and that's why I'm working with CAIR Florida now. And when I tell you thank you for inviting me because it's so refreshing to be invited somewhere to not have to denounce terrorism or having the fact that I don't have to say not all Muslims are terrorists and that Islam is, I have this whole speech always memorized. When I tell you Donald Trump has kept me busy on the media, he's been keeping me busy and taking precious time away from doing the real work on the grounds. And so I thank you. It's refreshing to be here and not having to talk about that. And I just want to say, I know I'm not identifiably Muslim, but my colleague Ru'an is, and some of the things that we face here at CAIR Florida is that we do security trainings, and in these security trainings we provide safety trainings. We pass out pepper spray to our women because the women are the ones facing the hate crimes now, are actually at the forefront. And our women are the most powerful. To know the Muslim sisters is, I like to think about my hijabi wearing sisters is that I don't see the hijab. I think of my doctor friend who fixes eyeballs all day, or my engineer friend who was able to design that bridge, and that happens to be wearing a headscarf. And I think in Islam, or being a Muslim woman, it's actually a feminist declaration of independence, because you get to be who you are and do what you want to do, and you just get to protect. If you want to wear the headscarf or wear that veil, then that's even more powerful. That's the feminist in you. You don't have to be wearing stilettos to prove feminism. Feminism comes in all different aspects, and if they want to wear the headscarf, they get to wear the headscarf. But just since November, I want to tell you that post-Paris attacks and post-San Bernardino shooting and our lovely Donald Trump, there has been 14 hate crimes that have been reported across the country just since November. And when I want to tell Donald Trump is that you're not only putting Muslims or anyone that looks Muslim for that matter in danger, you're putting our national security at risk. Because these are what the terrorists want to see abroad. He's dividing us here at home. They're probably showing Donald Trump footage, and that's how they're recruiting. Because the reality is that in the mosques, they're surveillancing mosques, but it's not where the mosques are having a problematic situation. Actually, there's so many polls and research that show that the ones that do attend mosques are more highly tolerant to their community members and are more involved civically. So it's the ones that are behind the computer that are vulnerable and that they might be somehow excluded and they're being bullied at schools, are the ones that are going, and that's in the aftermath of Mr. Donald Trump. So he's really putting us in danger. And I don't think, and it's not even him, and the shock value of his words, it's his followers that are cheering him on. He's going to be in Orlando this Saturday. So, I definitely come out and protest if you're available. But this is something that, 1.6 billion Muslims across the world are facing. And what I like to think about our work is that, thank God I've had the privileges, but it's like, what are you willing to do with these privileges? And what are the solutions of what isn't right? Not just like being able to acknowledge what isn't right, but what are the solutions and what are you going to do about it? And I somehow woke up one day with a lot of dots in my Apple calendar, and I'm on a lot of boards, and I think what I like to share with my community is that it's not just about fighting Islamophobia, it's about fighting in the Black Lives Matter, it's about fighting in all these aspects in the LGBT community. And I think it's so important to realize that one injustice is injustice for all of us. And